So I'm kind of bored right now, and I'm sitting outside and came across this a blog that I was just happened to be reading, and there was a little like questionnaire thing on there, like a get to know you better type thing. So I decided to make a blog about that because yeah, like I said, I'm bored. So let's get on with it.
What's your staple meal? I.e., what meal do you cook most often when you can't be bothered to be adventurous?
My staple meal would probably be black bean burgers. It's super easy. It's really delicious. And pretty much everyone who's ever tasted it has liked it. And that's including Asher, who is an 18-month-old. It's including my father, who usually has one of those nasty cup of soups for dinner every night and is a very picky eater. And that's including my two oldest nephews, who they're not terribly picky eaters, but they're 14 and 10, and normally 14 and 10-year-olds don't really like things called black bean burgers. But yeah, they're really easy to make and they're delicious.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, I guess I technically am a grown-up, and I'm actually doing exactly what I want to do. I am a mother, a wife, and yeah, that's really all I want to do.
What book, if any, are you reading at the moment?
I am reading two books at the moment. One is called Zombies for Zombies, Advice and Etiquette for the Living Dead. It's by David P. Murphy. It's so, I mean, I've read less than 100 pages, and it started off really funny, but it's kind of slowed down a little bit. Hopefully it'll pick up again, because I love everything zombies. So, yeah, and then the other book I'm reading is called When Did I Get Like This? The Screamer, the Worrier, the Dinosaur, Chicken Nugget Buyer, and Other Moms I Swore I'd Never Be, by Amy Lyles Wilson. I actually read an article of hers in a parenting magazine. I actually think the magazine was called Parenting. Not Parents, different magazine, Parenting. And I read the article and it was really funny. I was laughing out loud the whole time, and I rarely ever do that for magazine articles. So I decided to get her book out from the library, and so far it's pretty good. I've only read like 5 pages, but she's a really good author. I recommend picking up this book. I think it's her only one so far.
How do you relax?
It's not so much relaxing, but I really like playing tennis with my friends and like watching movies with Corey and yeah, that kind of stuff. It's the typical stuff.
What color are the interior walls on your home?
The walls of my house, which is not a house, it's an apartment, are white, except there's one wall that I stand in front of when I do my vlogs usually, and that is like a seafoam green type color. When we moved in, they gave us the option to color one of the walls, so I picked that color. I did not pick that wall, but whatever. Doesn't even matter. I think it ended up looking better over there than it would have on the other wall. And I also have like a lot of pictures up, and I'm gonna be redecorating soon. I'm getting shelf brackets because one of our bookshelves broke on the move here, which was back in September. Or no, it broke with our original move back to Cleveland, which was back in February of '09. So yeah, it's kind of just been sitting in here, broken, but whatever. So I'm gonna be disassembling the whole thing and using the whole thing as different shelves, put up some in our living room area, put up some in our bedroom, put up some in Asher's bedroom, so that he can put all of his books up there, because he has a lot of books. He probably has more books than I do. Yeah, so it's not very colorful, but it'll be nice and cozy.
What is your guiltiest pleasure?
Guilty pleasure? I'm not even sure. Like, I'm pretty open with people about what I like, and I just like what I like. I don't know that any of it's really guilty. I mean, I like a Justin Bieber song. One of them, I guess that would be a guilty pleasure. I don't really feel guilty for liking a song. I mean, he's young enough practically to be my son. He's not actually young enough to be my son. That would be creepy. But, yeah. I like his song. He doesn't bother me like he seems to bother everyone else that I come into contact with.
What time is bedtime? And getting up time?
Bedtime is, I try to make it 10:30, but it usually ends up around 11:30, and getting up time is whenever Asher gets up, which is anywhere between, a normal day, between 7:15 and 7:45. Occasionally he lets me sleep until like 8:15. On bad days, he wakes me up around 6.
How long do you spend reading blogs? Per day or per week?
How long do I spend reading blogs? I don't really spend that much time reading blogs because I use Google Reader, so if there's a topic that just doesn't look interesting to me, I just skim right through it and I go to the stuff that does interest me. So, I don't know, per week, I probably spend, I don't know, less than an hour, definitely. Vlogs is a different thing. I follow a lot of vlogs on YouTube. Not gonna name them or leave links because there's a lot of them. Most of them are weight loss. Some of them are like the big famous YouTubers. Like,
What's your favorite movie?
let's see, my favorite movie. I have 3. Number 1, and this is in order. Number 1, Shaun of the Dead. Number 2, Night of the Living Dead, the original 1968 one. The remake isn't bad, but it's nothing compared to the 68 version. And Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's just, that movie made me like Kate Winslet. That movie took away all the bad that Titanic did in my mind, like with Kate Winslet, and made her one of my favorite actresses now. She was really awesome, so was Jim Carrey, and just that script, that was incredible.
Tell me something embarrassing about yourself.
Something embarrassing? Um, I don't know, I don't really get embarrassed easily. I'm pretty quiet, so I don't have a chance to really put my foot in my mouth. And even though I laugh at people tripping, I don't recall ever being laughed at for, like, something physical. I guess that actually is pretty embarrassing that I still laugh at people when they fall. So yeah, that's my answer. Laughing at people when they fall is embarrassing.
Finally, what really, truly gets on your nerves?
People who, are two-faced. People who lie, which kind of is like a two-faced person. And just generally anyone that you can't trust. That gets on my nerves when people just can't be truthful with you and say what they're feeling, mean what they say what they mean, and that's it. Just tell the truth. There's no reason not to. I mean, unless you're a little kid and you're afraid of getting in trouble. Seriously, as adults, we should be telling the truth by now. Yeah, and you just got to know me a little bit better. I'd love it if you guys would answer these questions. You don't have to make a video if you don't want, but if you just want to type a comment or do a comment or whatever, leaving your answers to these questions, I'll post the questions so you can go to them easily without having to go back into the video to hear the questions again. But yeah, let's get to know each other just a little bit better, and I'll talk to you guys later.